Hey all, Hipper here. So today we're doing something completely different because this is nowhere near an agile battle in any way, because today I want to go on a bit of a rant, and it is mainly to do with what I call passive play. And I'm doing this video here on purpose to show you exactly what I mean. And pretty much the crux of it all is that I think this type of gameplay here is rewarded way too much. I think it's actually quite ridiculous. So I'll just show you the build first I have on the ship here, because this is like what some people call offensive build. So I have von Müller as a commander with a Mimbelli for more reload and Kuznetsov for more range, and then I have beyond range, igniter and punch through, fixated, and a refill station. So with this build here, I get up to almost 20 kilometers range and something like 4.4 second reload, and a pretty decent concealment. And I don't really have to do anything to put myself in harm's way unless I absolutely have to. And that's pretty much my problem with these builds here. And keep an eye on the cruiser over here at A, because he actually does really well in this battle here. But he doesn't get first spot on the leaderboard because I do that, although I don't deserve it at all. And that's pretty much what I want to show here with this video here, that I think ships with these kinds of builds here, they are rewarded way too much, way too much. It's just silly. And of course this is not a case of hating the player, it's hate the game. That's the way it is. And I think that Wargaming needs to adjust something here, because like playing like this is, yeah, sure, it's smart, and you usually win, and it's extremely boring. And I just cannot play this way. If I do that, this game is just not fun for me. But other people love it and swear by it, and that's fine. I have no problem with that. As I said, I have a problem with the game, and I have a problem with Wargaming making this kind of play here actually worth it. So as you'll see in this battle here, I hardly move from my spawn point. I make no attempt at capping or defending anyone. All I do is farm battleships. And if you keep an eye on the cruiser over at A now, he's moving in. And of course, he's the one spotting the ship I'm shooting at now. But I don't have to worry about that, because I'm just sitting here in the back and pretty much taking advantage of the ships that, you know, my team is spotting for me. So notice the cruiser here. He is about to he's very close to the cap. He's making an effort. He's actually, you know, playing the objective, and I'm not. I'm just sitting here shooting HE at a bow tanking Montana. Not the wisest thing to do at all, and that's the whole point of this video here. But in the meantime, see the cruiser at A, he's moving in, and he has, you know, he's laid a good plan. He moves in when he can see there's an opening, and he smokes up to be able to approach the cap, and then he actually waits for the opportune moment, and he's in a lot of danger there. He's sitting in the open water, and I don't know, perhaps you can say that I'm backing him up a little bit by making this Montana here reverse. But yeah, really, I don't think I'm not sure I agree with that. But anyway, you can see he's moving into the cap now, and still I haven't done anything. I'm just sitting here. I have probably moved 100 meters since I spawned, and as you can see, all I'm doing is pointing my reticle at the enemy ships. That, I might add, everyone else is spotting for me, because I'm not putting myself in any danger at all. I'm sitting here behind a cliff, out of range of most of the red team, and I'm just taking advantage of my team pretty much being a meat shield for me. And this is the main criticism I have of this game style, play style here, because like the whole thing about this is sit far away, do as much damage as you can in the beginning of the battle, and then when things either start to go south or the red team is, you know, exhausted, then you push in a little bit and perhaps take a cap, but you don't have to. And in this battle here, I don't get any medals and I don't get any caps, and I don't think I do anything at all, really. And yet, look at this, I'm almost at 80,000 damage now, and yeah, I mean, that's nice, but it's just damage. I mean, I haven't done anything to help my team, really, at all. I've just been sitting here waiting for them to spot for me, and just using my so-called offensive build here to put hurt on the enemy team. And yeah, I mean, sure, I'm helping, but not the way I want to help when I play this game here. Another thing I just want to add in here, this, a lot of people who call these builds offensive builds, when in reality they're more like defensive builds, because I don't see many people with these builds actually do anything offensive. I mean meant in the actual aggressive way. The thing is, when you put what some people call defensive builds on your cruisers, the actual fact is you have to play them a lot more aggressively, because you don't have the range, you don't have the reload, and you have to get in closer to actually make your presence felt. And it's a lot more difficult to play the, let's call them so-called defensive builds, which would be, like in this case, Lucians instead of Müller. Because with this Müller build here, my my offensive output is higher, but is it an offensive playstyle? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's probably the opposite. I'm not gonna say the word here, but I'm sure you all know what I mean. And just to reiterate here, I have no problem with people who play ships this way, because I mean, the game allows you to do it, and it's a good way to play the game if you want high XP and, you know, high calibers and Confederates and all that stuff. And I mean, there's no reason not to play ships like this, because the game is the way it is at the moment, or not at the moment. It's always been this way. And you can see, like, I haven't moved at all. I haven't capped anything. I haven't made an attempt at capping anything. I haven't spotted anyone in this battle here. And I haven't used my torpedoes, I haven't used my sonar. Well, I have used my sonar, but I haven't seen anything with it. And my spotting plane, haven't used it, haven't done anything. I've done nothing to support my team, other than, you know, burn a battleship. But like, really, how useful was that? I don't think that was the decider here. See, my team has taken all 3 caps here. They're doing extremely well, and we are down to only 4 enemy ships. So something is going really well on the team here, and at this point I was sure, oh my god, I'm gonna be lagging behind on points, so I can't really be using this video here. But as I said, that's not the case. So anyway, we'll just start some more fires here from 17.7 kilometers away. At this Montana here, there's absolutely no chance of hitting me back, because I'm like 2 mountains away, and again, I am, you know, abusing my team here to spot for me and tank damage for me. I have no intention of doing that in this game here, because this is the point of this game here. So we have an Assumer left, so why don't we set some fires on him too. Like I said before, I have 18 point something range in this ship here, and then when I have an ally close enough, I have just about 20 kilometers. And a 4.4 second reload, and, you know, German HE pen and fire chance, and it's just ridiculous. So I have no incentive to push forward unless I absolutely have to. And you're sure, like I said before, I get it. This is what the game is about. It's about shooting other ships, but it's also about, at least in domination mode, you know, capping and setting up. You know, capping situations and stuff like that, and I'm totally ignoring that here. I'm not doing anything useful, in my opinion. If I was any other ship on this team, I would be swearing at this mines here at the back of the map, just you know, shooting HC and setting battleships on fire, not doing anything to support anyone else. So anyway, we seem to be doing well here, and the Blues, at least the guys on my team, have done really well. All caps, and the enemy team are down to 5 points. So obviously we're going to win here. There's not really any doubt about it. So now I'll move in, because there's no dangers left whatsoever. So I might be able to get, like a cheap kill here. I already have 2 kills that I definitely didn't deserve. 126,000 damage and 9 fires. And like, what did I do? All I did was sail 100 meters from my spawn point, angle up a little bit, and then just hold the fire button. And that was it. There's no strategy, no thinking, no tactic, no nothing. And it's disappointing. It really is. It's something I've hated since pretty much the first real long-range cruisers came out, which would be like Kutuzov, basically. I think that was back in early 2021 or something like that. Up until then, it was okay. Then the only real, fire spammer sort of was Atago, and I mean it's not really a spamming ship with 15-second reload, but like this sort of a performance which I've just shown you here, I don't think should be rewarded. Yeah, I did damage, but also I didn't do like fantastic damage. If I had done 250,000 damage, okay, yes, then perhaps I deserve the XP I get. But I only did 126,000. I mean, that's like a little bit above average for tier 7. And other than that, I didn't do zilch, squat, nada. And now I'm just moving in to see if I can't get, a last cheap kill here. And I've said a few times now, but this is just ridiculous that you can get away with playing like this in the game at tier 7. I mean, you can call it whatever you will, abuse your concealment or playing smart or whatever. But in reality, let's be honest here. What you're doing is you're sitting behind an island and you are using your team as a meat shield and you are abusing them spotting for you. That's it. And then you set fires and make damage. That's about it. So let's have a look here. I'm top of the leaderboard and I did squat. So, hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you out there.